Hello, hello, hello. What is in this big bundle? Give you a hint. Onion tops. Okay, we're going to try to make onion top pesto today. Here, get you over here. And I hope this works. I hope this works. I've been catching up on laundry this morning. I don't mind doing laundry. I just hate folding it and putting it away. Ooh, these are still pretty wet. That's okay. Okay, so I told you on the last video let me turn some light on. I told you on the last video that I had scoured the internet, looked at YouTube videos on how to make the onion top pesto. I have made basil pesto in the past, but not with onion tops, and it seems to be a kind of common thing. I'm just getting some of these onions dried. But I got this one off of Scratch Pantry, who is from, which is the website for Acre Homestead, Becky's recipe. So we're going to try this one out and see. So the recipe is for one batch, and what I'm doing is I'm planning on putting them into pint-sized jars and freezing them. That was part of my other research. I was trying to figure out if you could can them, and then I had a duh moment when I started reading on it, but it's got Parmesan cheese in it, and not enough acidity for a water bath. So if you have to pressure can it, it's going to be in there for a while, which is going to, in my humble opinion, mess with the integrity of the green onions. And also, you don't want to do, and the Parmesan cheese would just be yucky. But it's very safe to just freeze these, because they need to be used up probably within a week of you making it, you know, keeping it in the fridge. And we won't do that if I make several batches. So it's good to know. I'm just going to freeze them in the mason jars. Okay? Okay. So yesterday I washed and washed and washed these green onions. They were dirtier than what I thought. And then I just laid them out on this towel, rolled them up, stuck them in the fridge. And I'm just sitting here with another towel kind of, because they are still pretty moist. But they're firm and crispy. Okay, so we're going to get started. We're going to get started. Da da da! So I have got my handy dandy blender out. We'll try to do this all in a blender. I may make a couple of changes, and I'll tell you when we get there. So first thing, we need 6 cups of onion tops. So let's get down to it. This is my pan. Oh, I've got, I'm getting ahead of myself. I've got the oven preheating, and I'm using walnuts instead of pine nuts. I've always heard that pine nuts are very expensive, and Lord geez, they are. And they say you can use really any kind of nut. I think a walnut is a preferred nut for this, but you can use pecans, almonds. I had some almonds. I thought about doing that. But I got these walnuts at the store yesterday, and they were like $2 and something for a 6-ounce bag. So I didn't think that was too bad. I had priced the pine nuts last time that we were at Sam's or Costco. I can't remember which one. But yeah, they're very pricey. And when you can use another nut to substitute, we're going to go with that. I did, when I made basil pesto the last time, I did use pine nuts, but I don't remember them being that expensive. So, for one batch, you need a half a cup of walnuts. So I think I'm going to go, in my mind, I've got that I'm going to do 3 batches. So that would be a cup and a half of walnuts. I'm going to measure this out. And 1 bag is about a cup and a half. It didn't quite, this is a 2 cup and it was about right here. So I'm going to say that's a cup and a half. And then I am going to do another bag just because they're delicious roasted. I'm going to do 2 bags. 1 for pesto, 1 for this yummy goodness. And it's not preheated yet, so I'm just going to set these over to the side. Those are delicious. Okay, so I'm going to need 6 cups of onion tops. And of course, I'm tripling this, so I need 18 cups of onion tops. Ooh, do I have an 18 cup? We'll see. Hang on. I'll bring you down. We're just going to be chopping these up. And I'm going to measure. It's easier to measure if you got them chopped up. They smell delicious. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is a 2 cup measuring cup. I could probably get a few more in there. Alright, that's 2. I'm going to go ahead and put that in the blender. I just talked to my son. He called. Him and my daughter-in-law just got home late last night from a 2-week vacation to Alaska. 1 week was a cruise, and then 1 week was them just doing their own thing. They did train rides to here and there, and he was telling me all about it, and I'm so jealous. They travel a lot. They love cruising. Last year, I was fortunate enough, me and my daughter and son and daughter-in-law were able to go to Europe on a cruise, which was a vacation of a lifetime. And he said that the Alaskan cruise ranked up there with Europe. 4 cups. So that is, my husband is not, and he has gone with me, bless it, but he's not a beachy person. He's not wanting to, you know, take a cruise to the Bahamas or, you know, any Caribbean place. I mean, it's okay for him, but that's just not his cup of tea. Whereas me, give me the sand, give me that crystal blue water. Oh, I am in heaven. But Alaska is one place that he said that he wouldn't mind going to. And plus, he don't like leaving the country, to be honest. He just don't like to leave the country. So, on the Europe tour, it was just me and my kids, which was awesome. He would have enjoyed it, but he just can't be away from home and the business and stuff for 10 days like we were. Anyway, he said he wouldn't mind doing that, so maybe a few years down the road we can do something like that. It's 2, 4, 6. I'm gonna go ahead and give this a blend to kind of cut it down. There goes my oven preheating. Can never get this thing on right, and I don't know why. There we go. That's not plugged up. That would help, Kathy. Okay, I'm gonna give this a chop chop. Hello. That's just give me some more room. I'm gonna put the walnuts in the oven. I'm gonna let them go about 5 minutes. 5 to 10 minutes, but we'll check on them. Okay, so that was 2, 4, 6 cups, which is 1 batch. I'm not gonna have enough to do 3. I can just tell you right now. So let's see what we got. So that is 8 cups. Twelve cups. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna keep it even. I'm gonna go ahead and just cut up. This is just a few more, and some of those I didn't get all the dead ends off. I didn't pack those last ones like I was doing the other ones. So we're just going to loosely chop these and put it in. I've got 12 cups, and that'd be like 13 cups. Okay, so we're going to need 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. Go ahead and do this one too. This little lemon thing, I think, was Chris's grandmother's, and so I like to use it instead of getting one of them fancy ones. Alright, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. 1. 2. Just put that to the side because we may need it after a taste test is done. Timer just went off on the walnuts. Let me look. We'll set them another 5 minutes. Okay, now we need Parmesan cheese. This is what I have left, but I do have another new one. So, 3/4 cup. So that's going to be 1.5 cups of Parmesan. This is the Parmesan cheese I get from Costco, and there's just not any better. We do have a little trip planned in July. I'll tell y'all more about that later. Okay, so we got our Parmesan. Walnuts we're waiting on. Okay, hang on. I had to go. All I had in olive oil was what was in this, and it was just enough. I don't hardly use olive oil. I'm going to zest this lemon. Probably would have been easier to zest before I sliced it and squeezed it. Calls for a zest of 1 lemon, in which I am, doubling this, but we're going to give it a taste test. And I've got more lemons, so if I need to zest another one, we will. I got the walnuts out of the oven, and I've just got them sitting over there cooling because I don't want to melt cheese with hot walnuts. Okay, let's see. Salt. You need 1 teaspoon of salt. So, I'm doubling it. Let's do 2 teaspoons of salt and 1 teaspoon of black pepper, which is a half a teaspoon of black pepper, but I'm doubling it, so I'm doing a teaspoon of black pepper. We'll keep those out nearby in case we need them again. Alright, oh, garlic. It calls for garlic cloves. I don't have any garlic cloves. So I'm just going to use my garlic cloves that I freeze dried and ground up. So I'm going to say it calls for 3. I'm going to do 6 teaspoons. Well, what is... Now I've lost count. Oh well. I lost count. I could have stopped the video and went back and looked, but... Just a little bit warm. I need a cup of walnuts. Let's blend it up, shall we? I'm going to drizzle the olive oil on the top. Smells delicious. Alright, I'm going to spoon. didn't put all the oil in, I'm just not sure. That is very good. I think it needs more walnuts. I'll put another handful in. Then we'll go ahead and add the rest of the oil. It doesn't need salt. It needs a little bit more lemon to brighten it up. So I'm going to have to do this with the lemon. What'd I do with my, oh, you know what? I still had some lemon juice left. Let me put that in and see if that helps it. Oh my gosh. That is delish. And I'm going to add a little bit more lemon juice. Just needs a little bit of brightness. About half a lemon. Heaven's Day, we made something delicious. I mean, delicious. The saltiness and the punginess of the Parmesan. You get that hit of garlic and the brightness of the lemon juice. Heck yeah. That is delicious. Okay, I'm going to clean my mess up and we're going to jar it up. Oh, boo. Okay. Just had a vision. This is so dang delicious. I am going, because I'm like, I've got to get this in my belly today. I laid out some chicken. We're going to do some kind of pesto chicken dish. And I laid out enough chicken that whatever I make, I can do a freezer meal out of it too. So I don't know how much of this I'm going to use. So, oh, I could just eat that with chips. Okay. So I'm just going to put this whole thing in my refrigerator for right now. I just took the chicken out to thaw, so it is going to take a little bit of time. And we're going to come up with something delicious to make with this. So I don't know how much I'm going to have left over to freeze. So I'm just going to Saran wrap over the top of it and put it in my refrigerator. And I'll be back. We'll make something delicious for dinner tonight. Hey, we're back. I'm doing something at just spur of the moment, but I do have plans for the dinner tonight. Okay, I'm making a chocolate cake. Sorry I keep going off camera. But what I've got in my bowl right now is I've got a half a stick of butter melted and a half a cup of strong coffee, and then I have 3/4 cup of milk, and we're doing a box cake. This is just how I kind of jazz it up. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the eggs. I'm going to use the rest. The box calls for 3 eggs. I'm doing the 3 eggs. But what I did is I substituted the half a cup of vegetable oil for the butter, and I substituted the 1 1/4 cups of milk with coffee and milk. And then 3 eggs that it calls for. This kind of just jazzes up a box cake, especially the coffee with the chocolate. I don't use the coffee in with the vanilla box cake. And I have me a cup of coffee to give me some energy because I have been dragging. Okay, I'm just going to pour in cake mix. And we're going to get this mixed up. This smells so good. Yummy, 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 yummy. I've got my oven preheating to 350. I'm going to use casserole dish for this because I'm just going to make it as a sheet cake. Alright, get all this yumminess out. I'm going to save a little bit for me to lick. Let's see if my oven's preheated. Almost there. It's got 10 more degrees. So I'm going to bake this for about 35 minutes when my oven preheats. And I'll be right back. Okay, what I've decided to do for dinner tonight to use that pesto is I want to make like a pesto pasta Primavera. We'll just call it that because I want to use some of my squash and zucchini that I got out of the garden, so that would be good. And I'm just using these like ridged elbow noodles. That's all I've got is this or spaghetti noodles, and they've got like little ridges on them. These are whole wheat. So I've got my pot on to boil, and we're not going to watch it because what? A watched pot never boils. So I am going to cut up an onion. This is not my good knife. To be honest, I don't have any good knives. I guess I just don't take care of them like I should. They need to be sharpened professionally. So I'm just going to dice these veggies up. And I'm going to saute them in a little oil. And put the noodles on to boil. And I've got this chicken is what I thawed out. This is that I get at Costco. It's the hand-pulled rotisserie chicken breast meat. So that's going to be our protein in the pasta. I can just eat the pasta by itself, but my husband, he likes a little meat. Okay, he likes a lot of meat in his dishes. He's a meat and potatoes man. He's not crazy about pasta, but I had him taste the pesto sauce when he came home, and he liked it. Okay, and I've washed the squash and zucchinis. And I'm just going to kind of dice these up. I like to pull my squash when they're not real big so that the seeds aren't ginormous in them. The same thing with the zucchini. I'm not going to peel it. I just gave it a good wash. Alright, I'm going to get the rest of these cut up, and then I'll meet you back over at the stove. Okay, I put these in with just a little bit of oil. Not a whole lot. I just kind of want to get these sauteed up. Use a little bit of pepper. I'm just going to do just a tiny little bit of salt, not too much, because the pesto is pretty seasoned with the salt and the salt from the Parmesan cheese, which I think is good because your pasta's, you know, kind of bland, and so it'll season the pasta up really good. Alright, I'm going to turn this down. It's about a medium. Let them roast. Water's not at a boil yet. Cake's in the oven. It's got another 18 minutes or so, and we'll be back. Okay. I got the vegetables sauteed. The noodles are almost done. I didn't take you along for that. I'm sorry, I got a phone call. But I'm going to drain the noodles. Come on. And I'm going to get me a steam facial. I'm not sure how many noodles I'm going to need, so we're going to put this to the side. Timer went off on the cake, and it is still a little gooey in the middle. I'm on camera.
Okay.
He was about to get in the shower, and he was fixing to flash y'all something. I'm opening up the
I
chicken.
had a tick.
My husband, he was back there. He started a shower and he'd already taken his clothes off. He came back in here to get something, and I was like, "I'm on camera. Like, don't come over here." And he says, I'm not." And then he farted. So I'm editing that part out. Y'all don't break my doors down to get him. He's all mine. Lordy be. Okay. Help me, Jesus. Help me. Help me. Okay, I'm opening up this chicken. And it's cold, so I'm going to put it in the hot noodles, and I'm just going to chunk it up. Some of it's still a little bit frozen. Get it mixed in there with the hot noodles. I love this pre-cooked rotisserie, chicken that they sell at Costco. This is more than I'll need, and so tomorrow I'll whip us up some chicken salad with the rest of it. It makes delicious chicken salad. And these are the veggies that I just sauteed. Pour these in. I'm back to a sink full of dishes. I need something a little more firm than that. There we go. Mix this all up. My pesto. Now, I don't have a recipe. I'm just making this up as we go. So if you think you might want to make this, take notes. Smells divine. I think I put I'm gonna add some more noodles. It's hot. I like to drain my pasta in another bowl so that I can use some of the pasta water. To thin out whatever you're cooking, whatever pasta dish you're cooking. Okay, let's give it a taste test. We get a zucchini, and a squash, some noodles. It does need some salt. This is a 1/4 teaspoon. I'm going to do a 1/2 teaspoon. Those veggies are so fresh. Yes. I made you, and I made you. See how the color be blind. It needs more salt. Another 1/2 teaspoon. Some pepper. coming down the driveway. Hang on. Okay. Let's see. Put some of this in here. I guess so.
Hey, I just stepped on that vent right there.
Yeah.
It broke. It pushed down. We need to get another right over yonder anyway.
Yeah, we do. Okay, so this is for dinner tonight. And this is for dinner for 2 more nights. These will go into the freezer once they cool down. Oh, I'm throwing noodles everywhere. So I got 2 freezer meals out of that. And, oh, hang on just a second. Okay, so for this one tonight, I am going to top it with some parm. I know there's a bunch of parm in the pesto sauce, but you gotta have some kind of cheese topping on pasta, you know. I am not going to put Parmesan on the 2 that I'm going to freeze, but I'm going to put a note on there to add before baking. And my rhyme and reason for that is I don't want to have to open up a new pack of cheese. So, this is going to take the rest of this little block, and so that's why I'm doing it. There's no science behind it, like, oh, Parmesan cheese doesn't freeze well, you need to put it on fresh before you bake it. No, it's nothing like that. I just don't want to open up another thing of cheese, because it stays better in that vacuum seal that it's in, and I don't know that I'll be using Parmesan cheese anytime soon. So that's the rhyme or reason for it. It's laziness. It's pure old-fashioned laziness. Okay, we're not ready to eat yet. It's a little bit early. Topped it with cheese. I'm going to set it over to the side. I'm going to let the other 2 chill out, and then I'm going to see what I can get in these jars of the rest of the pesto. Much. I'm not going to have quite enough for the 2 jars. So, not even a half. So, I have got these lids that I just washed in the dishwasher. Gotta get some rings. But I'm going to mark out Sloppy Joe and put pesto with an O for onion. It's still kind of wet. Ah, come on. Onion. Okay, which I should know what that is, it all being green and stuff. I'll get some rings and put on those, and those will go in. I might just put that in the refrigerator and have something. I could just eat it with some chips. That's what we'll do. That little one, I'm gonna leave it in the refrigerator and we'll just eat it with some chips. Yeah, nice ticket. Okay, I'm gonna clean up some of this mess, and then when the cake cools off, we're gonna make a ganache for the top of it. Ganache. Okay, guys, just took it out of the oven. Mixed me some. So let's do the taste test. The zucchinis blend in with the greenness of the pasta. It's hot. Oh. Mm-hmm. That's good. That's fresh tasting. Very fresh. Oh, I just love the squash in it. Mm. Ta-da! Another dish that I'm pleased with my homemade onion top pesto. So guys, thanks again for being here, and I will see you next time. Don't forget, hit the like button, subscribe, share with your friends. Bye.